gentlemen, live from the LA School of Comedy at 10835 Santa Monica Boulevard. It is Open Mic Live with your host, Sunda Kruenquist.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Funky Friday. That's what's going on here. Yes, it's Funky Friday. This is a great night here at the LA School of Comedy where you can come here and just do about anything. You have poetry. Like, I got to tell you something. I saw something very interesting when we were up. So I was working at Tivoli at there was a manager, and he wants to know. He's like, you have any jokes? I'm like, nope. This is the song that I have.
And he said, yes, I did. I'm like, wow. Thought to myself, that's honest. That is honest. That's honest. And then my girlfriend's like, you're not going to go back to that guy again. And I'm like, yes, I am. That guy's great. I love that guy. For such transparency. It's like, I just want to go back and find out next time how much he's going to want to rip me off for. But it's all in the day. Kind of like, when she comes at me and she's angry, I just say, go easy on me. I didn't even have any imaginary friends when I was a kid. I just couldn't see any, really. And then I had one imaginary friend, and he said he didn't want to play with me. He said I was delusional. I'm like, look who's talking. You're freaking make-believe. But I won that argument. I did. He loses out. And, I read about imaginary friends. 30% do have kids. It's normal, actually. And that sometimes the relationships carry into their teens, actually. And, but, I said, at what point do parents say this is a concern? And they say when they start asking you to do bad things like rob people or do malicious or go into schools and do bad things. So I'm thinking there's two things you got to do. Okay, one, if that happens, get help. Two, time to get more different imaginary friends. Those are no good. They're no good. Get some, positive ones. But thank you all for listening. I really appreciate it. You can find me YouTube, just Lee Shorts. Lee Shorts.
What's going on, man? We didn't know what's going on.
What?
We never saw you dance.
Oh, yes. It's a special occasion. Yeah, it's a rare thing. It's rare. It's very unusual, really.
Like that murderer.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that murderer in Fort Schwartz? Only? I love your frames. I do. I got a frame guy over here. Oh, God, you don't want to see it.
There you go.
Yes, Lee Schwartz, ladies and gentlemen, doing it. And we're going to do a bang, bang, bang with Shemaya Bang, baby. Let's bang this out. Come on. Let's get this show going. Whoa, what? Can I have a piece? It's okay. Is my battery in it? Shemaya.
Woo!
Bang, she bangs.
Happy New Year's, everybody. 2026, right? So, new year, new me, baby, right? And after surviving some kidney stone, I think I've officially earned my badge to be a stone cold bitch with my stone cold kidney stones, baby. That's right. To some people, I'm a bitch. But to some people, I'm bang. So in this world, we are different people to different people, And coming back with kidney stone, I got stories to tell. Okay? So recently, I was invited to this amazing New Year's Eve party, and I see a few of you don't know my New Year's Eve jokes. So I'm going to tell you about my chicken legs, thighs, and breast joke. You ready? So someone tells me, hey, I want you to come to my New Year's Eve party to me and my husband. So I tell my husband, oh, wow, great, let's go. He's like, well, I told you you're an amazing cook. I was like, wow, that sounds amazing. I was like, well, all right, I'm going to make chicken. So now here we are getting ready. The time is here. And I'm like, oh, my God, I got to decide what I'm going to wear. Am I going to wear the red dress? Am I going to wear the white dress? Or am I going to wear my OnlyFans dress? He's like, you're going to be cooking some chicken, girl. I don't know about all that. And I said, chicken, baby, I am the chicken. Look at me. I'm the leg, the thigh, the chicken breast, and the chicken wing. Hey. So I get to the party. I do make the chicken. And I get to the chicken, with the chicken, to the party. Now, the party is a very famous person. And let's say it's like, we won't say his name. He's a very famous comedian at that. So, say if it's a Jamaican person, you think you're going to have oxtail and rice and peas. If it's a Mexican person, you're going to have Mexican food. So this guy, they're like, oh, I thought it was going to be curry chicken. I said, oh, damn, that's wrong. Because he had a whole line of Mexican food. So I was like, damn, that's great. I didn't bring no curry chicken because they had really thought, like, we brothers and sisters or some shit. Like, I'm not here to be nobody's brother and sister. I'm trying to, like, get that money, baby. Okay, so anyway, so here's New Year's Eve. You know, we all dancing. You know, my friend, he's a DJ now, and I didn't even know he was a DJ. He was amazing. Like, what? Like, I'm there like, hey, and my husband's out there. I forgot I was married. I was like, oh, yeah. I was really like, check out my TikTok. It's all over the place. My ass is plastered, literally, from that New Year's Eve party. So anyway, so countdown comes in. So I'm like, hubby, you got to come in. We got 5 minutes. I'm going to be up there by the DJ booth. You know, like, that's where I be at. Like, I be running with Snoop, 50. That's where I be. You see me, I be at the DJ booth. I don't know where else to be. Like, look at me. I deserve to be a VIP. Yeah. Anyway, so here I am standing at the DJ booth dancing. And this man comes over. He's like, excuse me. I was like, yes. And mind you, I'm between the bar, because I'm like, yeah, I want another margarita. Like, I'm there, I'm attached to the bar and the DJ. Like, you know, I'm a mom. I don't get out. I don't know if you have a baby. Like, I have a 3-year-old, so I don't get out. So they let me out. And they said, you can drink. I said, bitch, I'm going to be at the bar. Like, what? And the DJ and the bar? I get all at one place? Okay, I'm there. So back to this dude. This white man comes over, nice white man. He had like this Indian Punjabi looking, but it was made like a suit. I was like, all right, you look good. And then his wife had this like scarf, a veil, like a dupatta, right? Like, I'm Bengali, so, but it was like, we're different. Usually we cover our ass in the back, but she had it on the front. I should have did that today. I should have probably did that. I should have came with that look. Next week, I'm going to do that for Sam. I'm going to come in with that look. Y'all going to be like, this bitch crazy. So, yeah, so I'm like, oh, I love your outfit because I'm not a hater. I'm like, you look good. Now, I don't know. He's the host of the WWE WrestleMania. I don't know. So, anyways, the man's like, excuse me, you have to move. I have to do the countdown. And I said, but where you going to go? He said, over there. I said, but you can't fit. It was like a whole this small. And you were like, trying to like, I was like, no, I don't know about homie. So I said, okay, here, you can have all of that. I'm going to go here by the pool table. Okay. So I'm standing by the pool table, and sure enough, my husband shows up, and then I'm pissed the fuck off right now because he just done made me move from my spot. So I'm like, oh, yeah? So then he's like, 10, 9, 8. So I said, yeah, bitch, look, I got me my own old white man. You would get that joke. Now, y'all didn't get that one because why? Now, I'm married to the real E from Entourage. And my husband, he's 71 years old. So when they call me a gold digger, I say, I do God's work, bitch. Okay? Okay? I'm doing God's work. I don't know about you. It might look all good in the beginning, but at the end of the day, that's my husband. I'm going to have to hold that nigga down. Oh, excuse me. I will be canceled, but he is. Sorry, cancel that. Don't cancel me. Anyways, so, yeah, so we do have a dynamics in our marriage because he is a white Jewish man, and I'm a brown ethnic from, my last boyfriend was 50 Cent. So it's very hard for me to, like, differentiate. Now, we'll get into that part. How did I marry this man? You're probably wondering. So it took me 8 years to get married and 13 years to get divorced. Damn. No, I'm joking. I love him. But it is hard. Marriage is no joke. Relationships, I could tell y'all like together or something. Shit is hard, man. In the beginning, dating is cute. But once you get married, there's a baby. The baby sleeping in between. It's like, damn, I want to be felt like a woman again. Like, that's why I'm on this stage. Like, all you beautiful people, like, I love it. That's why we here. Comedy is about therapy. It is a session. Feel free to say what you want. Most people ain't even watching this on YouTube. If I'm that famous and they cancel me, I made it, bitch. Anyways, so let me tell you how I met this man. So my name is Shemaya Bang Weinstein, and no relation to Harvey Weinstein. My husband is Eric Weinstein, also known as E. So I come from New York. I'm a New Yorker. I get here from New York to change my license because I live in Beverly Hills, 90211, not 210 yet. So the DMV lady's like, oh, you married to Harvey Weinstein? I said, no, bitch, it said Eric Weinstein. So that's how I started this whole Good Weinstein show. So I think me and my husband deserve a Good Weinstein Netflix special, period. So now that he's done with Entourage, I call it Life After Entourage because I'm doing God's work and I need donation. My husband's like, yeah, this one's donating to this cause and the Mark Wahlberg Catholic Church cause. So I said they need to be donating to the Shemaiah Jewish Foundation because I am Jewish. Probably wondering how, right? It's a lot going on over here. Y'all gonna need a whole Netflix special. Trust me, I'm not even done. I got like another hour. So let me see what else I'm gonna give you, how I met this guy. So I met him at the passport office, and the guy is this Roman, his name is Roman, he's a Russian Jew, and he's like, yeah, there's this girl, this Muslim girl, who goes to Kabbalah and goes to Shabbat. Speaking of Shabbat, it's Friday, Shabbat Shalom, and I'm a terrible Jew. And that was said by a Muslim, actually. Do the math. I said, you damn right, and there's 1,000,001 ways to be Jewish. There's no bad way. Reform or Orthodox, ain't no bad way. We are chosen ones. Doing God's work. You too, all religions. This is just personal right now. So anyway, so he's like, you come to Shabbat. I tell him, all right, you want to go on a date with me? You pick me up after Shabbat. I'll wait for you. I made him wait 2 hours. Next thing you know, we're at Nobu. It's like, I couldn't believe it. And at that time, he was in his 50s. And I'm like, I never thought I would be in my life. That's when you meet love, when you meet someone, you never know who your soulmate is. Like, you think it's going to be 50 Cent. They're like, nah, I got something better for you. Good Weinstein. I'm like, I never would think in my life. So when you guys are looking for your soulmate, your soul connection, be open and just know there's so many challenges. But whenever you feel bad, hard, just come, watch some comedy, say some comedy, watch some Dave Chappelle, and I think I'm about to become Shemaiah Chappelle, bitch. Like, he was like straight up, like, let me pull out my joint. I'm not even done. Sundra, take another $20 off of mine, because I ain't going nowhere. I got more stories to tell. So no, but at the end of the day, I met my husband, and I was a Muslim. And what a great time right now for Muslims in New York City, Zohar Mandani. As he said in his inauguration, we outside, bitch, 2026, we outside, words of Jadakiss. And that's what we doing. It was a hard time being Muslim in New York City around 9/11. And I made a transition. I chose to be Jewish. And I feel I go for the people that are going through the hardest time. At one point, I thought I was AKA a black slave when I joined my sorority, because black people were having it hard. And then now it's the brown people, and I'm like, damn, should I go back? Like, I'm telling my husband, what am I gonna do now? Anyways, my name is Shumaya Bang Weinstein. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. This is my school. I'm just mastering my craft. Soon you will be paying big money to see me, but thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Sundra. Thank you.
Understand?
Forgot. Thank you. See, I'm still an amateur.
She's not. No, she's not. She's going to get me there. She's going to take me to a party so I just sit down and eat caviar and then wonder why my legs are swollen. I'm kidding. Don't look. All right, we keep it going. We're going to bring it up. Don't be so meek. We got the comedy of Brennan Weeks. Let's do this. Come on, guys. We are moving.
All right. Oh, boy. Uh-huh. You guys have some endurance, all right? Most people would have walked out by now. No, just kidding. Okay. Everybody good? Everybody want to take a deep breath? All right. We're good? We're good? We're good? All right. So, I work in downtown Santa Monica, right? And as you know, there's a lot of homeless people in Santa Monica. And today, some guy asked me for money, and I told him I don't have it. And then he looked at me, and he's like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "I'm so sorry." You know how people wear sports teams hats? Like, this is how I feel, right? Like, I should be on this team, but I'm not on this team. I don't play for them. I'm so sorry. I don't have a cigarette, a piece of money, and or empathy. So sorry, right? I got a new job. I am working for a couple law firms right now. I do office work. And it's very interesting, the social dynamics of the office, because all of the attorneys, right, and all the counsel, all the partners, they're all whites and Asians, right? And all the office workers, regular people, the secretaries, me, I work in general services, are all black and Latino. And I am the lightest skinned one on staff. You know how hard it is to be the shift leader of House Negroes? Everybody looks to me, right? Are you going to tell them? Come on, send them out, send them out, send them out. All right. I am half black and half white. For the longest time when I was a kid, I thought it was Milano. like the cookie, right? I always thought I was way better than Oreos, right? Like, I'm black on the inside, okay? I'm trying, all right? And then somebody was like, no, stupid, it's mulatto. And I was like, I don't want an espresso-based beverage. Like, I didn't understand racism. That's what I'm trying to say. I grew up in the countryside. There's a lot of talk about horse girls when you're from the countryside, right? Are you a horse girl? Girls who like to have folders or, just different accessories that deal with horses. I was a ninja boy. There's like a difference, right? If you're a young boy in the countryside, every time you pick up a stick, you're a fucking ninja, all right? It's the default setting, right? Everything I want to do, I want to be a ninja, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Three Ninjas, Surf Ninjas, right? For me, for the most part, it was martial arts, right? Remember Jackie Chan movies? I was beating the shit out of my brother. It all culminated when I actually joined a Taekwondo class, right? And I got kicked in the chest by a girl to get a yellow belt, all right? That wasn't the only part of my suit that was yellow either. Kicked the piss out of me. It's the last time I ever went. I was like, fuck being a ninja. I'm not doing this anymore. Just buy a gun like a real ninja. I'm just kidding. We already had one N-word today. You should be. Okay. All right, I'm playing. No. It's okay. You said you were brown, right?
Straight up.
Okay. That's a pass, right, guys? Do we have like a group consensus? Like, yeah, right? I just wanted to break the tension in the room, right? You get one, all right? You get one. You get one for today, all right? That's your N-word limit, right there, right? I'm so light-skinned, I'm only allowed to say it about 5 times a year, all right? All right? Thanks. I'm not. Thanks. I get a lot of that shit, though. Thank you so much. Yeah. So, I was trying to piece this bit together last time. Again, upstate New York, tiny town. I am half hood rat, half white trash, okay? And upstate New York is a very isolated area, you know what I mean? And the first time I was ever introduced to international cuisine, right, it was at a strip mall, right? You had your Radio Shack, you had your bank, and then right next door, Chinese buffet, right? The de facto international cuisine, right? As most of you know, China's beating America on a lot of different metrics, right? Especially with technology, science, AI, also food for some reason, The only thing they can't beat us in is weight. Because I didn't have a rich family. I don't come from a rich family. I don't come from money, right? And so we would treat the Chinese buffet like a zoo. We'd walk in there. We'd pile in the car. I'm from a family of 6. I'm the oldest of 4 kids. And we'd pile into the minivan and go to this Chinese restaurant, which my parents nicknamed Fat Bastards. And she would hype it up every time. We'd go maybe like once every 2 months. She's like, guess where we're going this weekend? Fat Bastards! That's where we're going, right? we'd roll in there. I would be fucking singing and dancing. It's like, there's so much food. I can't believe it. I was just, right? Growing up poor, we only had like meatloaf and fucking that weird mushroom gravy. You remember that shit from the can? Casseroles, all that stupid shit. I go in there, it's like Shangri-La. I'm like doing Disney songs. Doing Be Our Guest as I'm getting dumplings, you know, like that kind of shit. And then we'd sit at the table, and my dad would be like, look over there. And we would just be like, oh, they're huge. Like just fat shaming the whole time, right? Didn't know it was inappropriate at the time, but we had the best time. When you can gather together as a family to make fun of people with diabetes. It was great. We'd be like, look, there's missing a leg. Like, freaks. Absolute freaks. And I think we got in trouble. Well, no, I think. I was going to go into another segue, but I'll dial that back. I got in trouble at school. Because I used to go to school the following Monday and brag to my friends about our adventures, right? My teachers would be like, what is this fat bastard? Right? They wanted to inquire about it. And I was like, oh, it's amazing. They have so much food, and everybody looks like this. I had no idea. I had no idea that Chinese people were human beings at the time. Oh, okay. Was it? Yes. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 black people disagree. No. 8.5 black people. 8.5 black people. Okay. It's all good. I'm just playing. It's a tight space, so the pressure's on. Is anybody else sweating? I am. All right. Yep. I was sweating last time I dropped a bag in here, too. That was also fun. That was a rough night. So to wrap this up, I'll do a nice little rule of 3, and I'll get out of here. I was in between jobs, right? And I found out that my form of employment would be to sell drugs. All right? I became a drug dealer, right, for a summer. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, oh, you're a drug dealer. You must be poisoning the community. It's like, no, I only sell in gentrified neighborhoods. All right? I'm only selling cocaine to white people, all right? All right? All right? With a couple of evictions, we'll get those neighborhoods back, you know? Right? It's more of a social justice thing, right? I was talking to one of these bigger drug dealers. You know, there's like a hierarchy, right? So I'm sitting on the couch with him. We're in this nightclub. I'm like, how do you become a better drug dealer, right? He's like, first of all, stop talking about it so much. And I was like, oh, it's probably a good rule, right? All right. I found out, though, I'm not a good drug dealer, all right? I give a lot of shit away for free. If they're to make a TV show about me, it'd be called Breaking Even. All right. Thank you guys so much. I'm Brendan Weeks. Yeah, you can find me on YouTube. I just dropped a new special called Age of Depravity. Okay, it's on YouTube. You can hear all my other stories. Thank you guys so much. I'm Brendan Weeks. Bye. Give it up for Sunda, everybody, and everybody walking out on the remaining sets. Have a good night. All right. All right. Have a good night, everybody. All right. I guess the show's kind of over, really. No, I'm just kidding.
No, listen, we always have something interesting going on here. Angelica, come up and say hello. We have a guest here from Arizona. Give her a round of applause. She's going to say hello and introduce herself. Angelica!
Hi, I'm Angelica.
Tell me what you did today, how crazy it was so far.
How was it?
To the Luke's place? You've been to the eyeglass place?
Yeah, I did. We went to the optical place, and it was fun. We got.
And you're gorgeous. Where do we
Thank
find
you.
you on social media?
You can find me at Jelly Nails. I do nails.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I did these.
That's advertising. Beautiful. Jelly nails.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to pull up. We're going to pull up. Give it up. Yes. Angelica, I'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you. Yes, you will.
Right. Tim, I'm going to see you tomorrow. You come by tomorrow? Okay. All right. This is how we roll out here. But you know what? I know, George, we love you. We love cursed. I'm sorry, curse. I don't curse. We don't curse. I don't curse. I never curse. But you know something? Sometimes we have a little change here. You have your cell phone, right? Oh, my telephone. You got your phone? Or do I have your phone? No, I hope not.
See you guys.
All right. Bye-bye. Now that the negative energy in the room is gone. Now that it's all gone. All right, we're going to bring up someone that's a little interesting, a little different, but let's give it up for Mark Zaffron, America's sweetheart, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. You got to get up.
I'm trying very hard.
Do you see how the men are always saying you're
I've
trying?
been laying
you're
on
not
my
trying?
couch, trying to get up.
Trying. You're not trying.
You know, he shouldn't have brought up Zoran Mandami because it made me do it too. But I just have to say one thing. Okay, the guy stayed true to form. All right, he was pure to his roots. He got inaugurated in a tunnel and took Bernie Sanders hostage.
Stop that.
It's true. You ever been down there?
They don't know what you're talking about.
Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Don't you read the papers?
No.
Zoran Mandami got inaugurated in an abandoned subway tunnel. All right? And he took Bernie Sanders hostage. What's so hard about that one? Anyhow, I mean, he's just being true to his root. I recently had a very interesting experience talking about relationships. All right? And shout out to Lee. That's how you know it's winter. He's wearing pants. Anyhow, so here I am. They want me to get my knee. I see you have a problem too. They want me to get my knee replaced. All right. I go to the doctor. I should have known with the Harvard diploma on the door I'm going to get ripped off. The one thing he didn't tell me as he was busy pushing me through the system, all right, go get this CAT scan. He got all of the insurance stuff out of the way first that you know is getting reimbursed, but he never told me what the price was going to be. And then until I found out he was out of network. Okay, forget what Obamacare is. That is not the great evil in healthcare, nor the insurance companies. It's out of network. Out of network is when a doctor is allowed to charge you whatever the F he pleases. And you can't get reimbursed by your insurance company. All right? It is the greatest evil of all times. And the doctors who are out of network complain about whether or not their boyfriend took the Ferrari in the divorce. All right? These are guys that get paid $3-4 million a year just to bring their practices to big medical centers. But then they own their own surgery centers, and it's all out of network. $50K. But that's just for him. The center charges $110 to your insurance company, and maybe they don't care what they get reimbursed because they're going to get most of it because it's all a scam. All right. I mean, the bottom line about healthcare and insurances in America is, yeah, Medicare, Medicaid have their purposes. All right. They should be there to set the price. So the solution to healthcare in America is very simple. All right. We raise all of the reimbursement to doctors and force them to go in network. That's it. If you're going to get $150 for a visit from Medicare, we raise it to $300 for Medicare, so they accept Medicare. And then what we do is we make the insurance companies pay 150% of that amount to doctors for your regular insurance. You know what that stops doctors from doing? Stealing. Because that's what they do. What, you think this thing in Minnesota? Are you almost, before I get yelled at for saying things about healthcare fraud? Minnesota? You think that's an isolated incident in America? This is just a bunch of guys running around in the hood. All right? Wait until you see how a how an orthopedic surgeon will rip off the system. They're good at it. Anyhow, so here's my situation. They want me to get my knee replaced, so here I am on my way to the doctor to get my final test, see whether I can get operated on. All of a sudden, they got that EKG machine on me, and no, you got a heart condition, they're telling me. There's something wrong here. So they send me across the parking lot to the cardiologist, and then, of course, has to start the round of tests, because God knows they're not just going to tell you there's something wrong with you to stick you on Lipitor. By the way, for all of you that don't know, and it looks like some of us here do know, Aaron, Lipitor is blood pressure, is a cholesterol medication. So here we go. The one thing all you talk about is relationships. Shemaya worries about her relationship. Sunda talks about her relationships. Never go to the doctor without your wife. Because they're going to tell you you're a liar anyhow when you come back. So that's the way you avoid it. So you take your wife to the doctor so you know that they're going to hear what's said, even though they're texting while he's talking. But at least they were there, right? So here I go. I bring Sunda, my wife. You all talking about hard relationships. All right, I bring Sunda, and Sunda's sitting there, and she's sleeping. Guy's doing this test on me. He takes out this box. This box is lined with lead. It has the radioactive isotopes. They're about ready to put into my veins in order to take pictures of my heart. All right? Okay, that's first day. Got sick. Those radioactive isotopes will get you. All right? I wouldn't want to have been in Nagasaki. Does everybody know what happened in Nagasaki? All right. I'm just, curious. Hiroshima, Nagasaki, not good, all right? If a little bit like that is going to make you sick, can you imagine what a big bomb's going to do? Anyhow, and besides, you know who invented all that chemotherapy stuff? The Germans. They did it during World War I. While they were gassing everybody, they realized that they could cure cancer with poisons. Anyhow, here we are. It's the second day of it, and I bring my daughter, Aviva. All right, she's sitting there, and they're going to do another test where they're going to inject me with another. The guy injects me with it, turns around to Aviva and says, "Are you pregnant?" My daughter looks at him like, "F you? Who are you to ask me? What are you, making talks about my weight?" Something like that. And he goes, "No." He goes, "Because you're not supposed to be in the room if you're pregnant." That was like Sunda's thieving dentist, Dr. Roth, all right, doing the work on my teeth and then taking the x-rays for the insurance company. Smart. All right. So cardiologist would go back on the third day, because, it has to stretch out over a period of time, and he tells me what's wrong with me. But the good thing is that there was just enough wrong with me to convince United Healthcare to pay for my Ozempic. All right? You see, I had to change my whole way of looking at myself. I would look in the mirror, and then I decided, why lose weight? All right? That's not what people do when they want to change themselves. I am thin. You all have to accept the fact that I am thin. Okay? Look at me. I'm thin, right? Thin. Then I looked in the mirror. It's my delusion. I'm thin. You all have to accept my delusion. Not only that, my new pronouns are skinny and slim. And if you don't use my pronouns, you're all in trouble. See that? Mm-hmm. All right. It's a very interesting night here tonight. I don't know if there was any negative energy. It was just normal, energy coming from certain people. They can't help it. But I look at Shemaya, I laugh a little bit. When you think about it, marrying a 50-year-old man, waiting 20 years and then expecting him to still be a celebrity, fool you. Hey, she hears me. She loves that shit. All right? I met Eric. Nice guy. Bigger than me. He is. Eric, I told Eric, I said, just look and tell everybody you're thin. It's better than losing weight. So here I am on the Ozempic, all right? And it's an interesting drug. It has all these interesting side effects. Like it makes you not want to drink. It's true. They're now using Ozempic to cure alcoholism. Better than that other stuff that you used to use to make you vomit. Right? It has, these strange things as GLPs. There's a lot to be said for it until they tell you, do you lose your muscle mass? So then there's another ad that you got to watch on TV, and that's my next big shtick. Why? They banned cigarette ads from television. At least with a cigarette ad, you used to see Tom Selleck. Does everybody know who Tom Selleck is? Magnum PI, big strong guy. He did his last television show was Blue Bloods. He went from playing a PI in Hawaii, jumping into his Ferrari that he didn't own, to being the head of the police department in New York. Anyhow, Tom Selleck used to be the Marlboro Man, big, strong, American cowboy, not like John Wayne. He had a mustache like you couldn't believe. And he was on his horse. That they banned all the cigarette ads because they were bad for us. When are they going to ban drug ads? How many times do you want to see happy interracial families running through the streets talking about Lipitor or some other drug for some sort of skin condition or anything? You wonder, are we all so sick that we all have to have these drug ads on TV? Ban the drug ads. He goes, I'm a healthcare lawyer by original trade. when I started doing it, and worked my first nursing home job, and that was not as a lawyer, that was behind the desk. All right, interesting business. Had to do my first body. That's for another day. Anyhow, here we are. You learn that in the old days, all nursing home people in nursing homes got were aspirin. That was the biggest thing. Now they changed the law and they can ask for any drug they want. So they watch Fox News. There's all these old people sitting in the room watching Fox News listening. If you get Crestor, it will change your life. The worst is when they get the erection drugs. All right? You see all these guys in nursing homes on the 1-800 line. You see these deliveries of Viagra. Because they don't need Viagra because they used to have them on a thing called L-Dopa, which is used for Parkinson's disease. The thing about L-Dopa is you think Viagra gives you an erection? L-Dopa used to do it, and it's worse with women. So here I am in a nursing home, and I'm remembering this incident. There was this old Jewish woman, probably hadn't had it in years, right? And there's this black guy who was a little bit better than her. They're both on L-Dopa, and the family came in to complain. Well, what are you complaining about? She's going out with a black man. Well, I said, well, been there, done that myself on the other direction. But at the end of the day, why do you care? She's 82 years old. She hasn't been laid in 25. She's having a good time. But L-Dopa makes them run naked through the hallways. What do you think? Do you think nursing homes don't have sex? It's rife. Anyhow, and that ain't the staff. So Brendan was talking about, law firms being white and Chinese. They are. All right? And you know why they hired him? Somebody had to bring the coke. Anyhow. Everybody knows who I am. She calls me America's sweetheart, but I ain't no sweetheart. And on that note, I'm gone.
Yes! I love you! But you know who I'm looking for? Is it Siri or Jerry? Siri? Jerry? You going up? Siri? Are you not going up? Oh my God, that's okay. You're going to see the comedy of the one and only Anya. Give it up for Anya, ladies and gentlemen!
All right. What's good people? How goes it? Shout out to people that are still here. Happy New Year. You feel me?
Happy New Year!
Yeah, that's what you get for staying. You get to hear me say Happy New Year. I've been like kind of sourcing my life for material lately. It's not even a joke. That's really what you have to do. And I was at work, and I had a conversation with one of my homegirls at work on a time, like, because we had to go deliver some weed to these people on a boat. I sell weed legally. It's legal. I work at a weed shop. We do delivery. We had to go deliver to, like, Marina Del Rey. It was, like, some place on a boat. And I was like, when was the last time I was really on a boat, like, that I can remember? Like, it was, like, the first time, I guess, as a kid. And I was like, okay. There was a time where I had this friend in middle school, and she was hella cool. We were hella cool, but like she was a friend that's like very tomboyish. You feel me? Like we would wear the same outfits, the same clothes. Like I would borrow her hoodies, she would borrow my hoodies. Like it's just like I feel like I didn't know like what lesbians were, but I was like they cool. They cool. Like, I'm cool with them. I'm an ally already. I'm already showing ally type traits. You feel me? I knew at a very young age I was gonna be an ally, and so we were like best friends. And her dad, I feel like for parents, it's never obvious to them that their kids be gay. Like they never get that. And bro took me on a boat for Shorty's birthday, and her and her mom had dipped off on the boat, and then because they had money, they was getting to the chicken. You feel me? That's why I was there. It's expense paid trip. I'm there. So he like sits me down. He's like, "Oh, what are your intentions with my daughter?" And I was like, shit, probably play 2K, kick it. Like, I don't know. Like, we coolin'. Like, he's like, oh, I just want you to know. He had grabbed my arm all aggressively. He's like, I just want you to know, like, I really care about my daughter. And if anything happens to her, da-da-da. I'm like, shit, yeah, I feel you. But, like, I don't think you should be having this conversation with me. Like, there's a few shorties she's been talking to at school. They might want to hear this. You feel me? I could pass the message, but you feel me? I ain't gonna grab him like you grab me. You feel me? Because that's a problem. As a feminist, I couldn't even do that. You feel me? That's crazy to be touching on the way you touch me, sir. Like, your daughter is gay. You feel me? She's not even. We're on the same team. You feel me? You could have had this speech together. Like, you waited till she left for no reason. I feel like 2026 is you know, we're only 2 days in, allegedly, according to the calendar that we are told to follow. Let me fake conspiracy. I follow it. I don't know. And if I could tell y'all anything going into this new year, I want y'all to really just focus on owning all digital media that you actually enjoy. Like, go buy a DVD, go buy a Blu-ray, go buy, a video cassette, whatever way you can own your content, or not even content, own the digital media. I think we should start doing that. Because on my birthday, I was disrespected by the streaming services. I don't know if you guys know what about Equalizer. It's a movie trilogy with Denzel Washington. Have you seen Equalizer at all? Outstanding movies. In fact, my favorite trilogy. And I was like, know what? It's my birthday. I want to take an edible and sit home and watch all 3 movies. Like, this would be fire. Like, that's a great thing. I would love to do that. Like, Anya, you want to do that? Yes. And I was going to do it. But then I went to go watch it, and I realized in order to watch Equalizer 1, 2, and 3, you need Netflix, you need Hulu, you need Disney Plus, and you need Peacock. Why do I need 4 services to watch 3 movies? It don't make no damn sense. They playing with me, man. It's my birthday. You treat me like this on my birthday? It's fucked up. Own your media, guys. Don't worry. Amazon, shout out to Amazon. Shout out to Jeff Bezos. I know we're not supposed to fuck with you for real, but the trilogy will be at my doorstep tomorrow morning, and I feel like that's a wrong that's been righted in this new year. So I want y'all to know, move into this new year understanding that I'm doing well, so you should be doing well at home. How is that related? I don't know. I just feel like you should be happy for me. I realized this past year that I really do enjoy doing something that, like, my parents used to tell me not to do. It's not the weed. They used to tell you, growing up, your parents would be like, don't talk to strangers. Like, don't talk to strangers. At my big age, I love talking to strangers. That's like my favorite thing to do. And unfortunately for the young ladies of LA, I do that on dating apps. I just be talking. I'll be bored. I'm sorry. I'm not even trying to date. I'm just talking. I'm bored. Talk to me. I don't know. It's bad. But I realized, like, okay, yes, I'm dating as well, but, like, I'm talking to strangers, my thing. And I was like, you know what? When I do these apps, I like to put on the filters. So I have if I'm gonna even get to the point of talking with you, usually it's like a certain type of person. Like, I'm kind of vetted through, like, the system or whatever. Political preference. That's kind of mainly the only one. It's like, hey, I feel like, like, I don't want to talk to you if you're, But unfortunately for me, this day, I went to, like, it said you have a like outside of your preferences, and so I was like, let me figure out what it is. So I turned off my political preferences, and then all of a sudden a girl popped up, and I looked at her photo, and all of a sudden I was open to having discussions. I said, maybe I do need to hear your side. Why do you feel the way you feel? I moved a little bit to the middle. I'm like, let me hear you out. My mind is open. And we started talking, and it was crazy to me. We had a great conversation. Like, it's great banter. It was regular conversation. I'm like, this surprises me because usually the people with the red hats be acting, the brain don't be working the same. I'm shocked, So we talking. I'm like, no, F it. It's been like a whole day. I messaged her. I'm like, yo, can I ask a quick question? She's like, yeah, of course. I said, what's up with, like, the political profile on your, the political, shit on your profile? Like, what's up with that? And she's like, oh, well, I just really feel like politics is something that you shouldn't be discussing too openly. You should be, like, very kept to yourself about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, but we've been talking for, like, 2 days damn near at this point. Like, I feel like you can open up to me. Like, let's talk about it. I'm open to having this. Like, if we gonna go any further, I want to know. She's like, oh, no, but that's just it. Like, I just don't think it's something that we should be super open about. I feel like it's a very intimate conversation and this, that, and the other. And I said, something clicked in my brain. I said, ma'am, excuse me, do you believe conservative means conservatives is you don't talk about it publicly? She said, yeah, exactly. I said, what is that? That's not what that means. This is not what this profile is asking you. So now I had to give her advice, get her whole profile changed. Now she suggested me to her friends. I'm adjusting their profiles, telling them to switch pictures up. Ladies, stop taking pictures with your cute friends if you're not the cutest friend in the group. I'm telling you, niggas will unmatch you after they match. It's not me personally. It's what I've seen happen. Focus on you. Post good photos of you, having fun, photos of you. First, move this photo up, better lighting. I'm really out here, y'all. I'm not even charging. I'm doing this for fun at this point. I just be bored. Well, clothes on. I'm feeling a little warm, but I'm locking in. Okay, let's talk about this. I was at the grocery store recently, and I experienced a microaggression, and I feel like any microaggression to me as a comedian becomes a major aggression that everyone now needs to care about, because I have the mic and I have 10 minutes. Like, for now, it matters. And it was crazy because, like, I'm at the grocery store. I'm one of those guys at the grocery store, like, I should have got a cart. Like, I have a shit ton of stuff. I look uncomfortable. People are asking me if I need help. I'm like, no, I got it. You know, I'm that guy. And, you know, I get to the line, I check out, I don't get a bag because at this point I've been carrying this shit weird around the store for so long. I got it. Like, if I put the finger around this item, it'll hold it. And then I got the armpit. You know, I figured it out. So I'm awkwardly getting my items to my car, and I have my brain beanie on. I don't have it on right now, but it's it looks like a brain, and it's a beanie, and it gets people to look at me, and I get that. So when people look at me, I'm a human being. I'll have a conversation. Hey, how's it going? You know, I've told so many people Happy New Year today. You know, so I spread love, positivity. That's my thing. And I said hi to this lady, and she was looking at me. She looked away, and then it kept walking. And I was like, oh, damn, all right, well, my bad, shorty. But then I get to my car. It's parked right next to hers. And as I'm putting my stuff awkwardly in my vehicle, she extra locks her car. And y'all know it's the extra lock because it's not the doop, it's the doop, just the one. So you already had locked it. You double-checked it when I got close to the car. You think I went to the grocery store to get groceries and take all my groceries outside of the grocery store to now steal from your car with my groceries in hand? I'm fucking pissed. I was mad. So now anytime a white person's by my car, I extra lock it. Don't care what we doing. Don't care what they doing. I'm locking it on just for equality. It's for us at home. This is for us. And I was already having a hard time at the grocery store, y'all. This is another major aggression. I was I was going through the aisle, awkwardly carrying my shit, and I was like, damn, I low-key should buy deodorant right now because I'm already at a store. I'm already about to make a purchase. Let's buy deodorant. Pro tip, don't buy deodorant from the fucking grocery store. It's so fucking expensive. Don't do that. Go buy it from, like, a different store. But I was in the aisle, and it wasn't even just the price that pissed me off. It was the options. You feel me? Like women deodorants, they make so much sense. Vanilla, you know, almond, you know, something. You know, it's orange exuberance, peach something. It's all shit that you can find in other aisles. Our shit, man, is fucking stupid. Our shit is dumb as hell. One of these shits was called Adventure. What the fuck does Adventure smell like? I don't want... What? Is it like, did I shower after the adventure, before the adventure? Like, what adventure? Everest. Now, that's a location. What part of Everest? Are the animals nearby? Am I smelling the herd? I don't know. Cool Rush. Ambiguous as fuck. Cool Rush? What does this mean? And some dude walked by me and had the nerve to suggest what I should get. He was like, you should get the Cool Rush. I was like, I don't want to look like you, smell like you. What the fuck is you? Got these shorts and these pants and that outfit. That's the Cool Rush look. I don't want to look like that. I was pissed. I don't really be mad, y'all. I smoke a lot of weed. It's fake anger. Confessional. 2026, I'm trying to be more honest, y'all. It's not me. I'm not an angry guy. What do I want to close on? I think my time's pretty much up. Happy New Year, guys. If I want to tell you anything for the new year, be proud, be bold. Say whatever, you know, with your chest. You feel me? If you are getting a hair transplant, don't hide it. If you're getting a BBL, don't hide it. Put a countdown on Instagram and we'll celebrate it with you. Because my cousin got a hair transplant and no one's talking about it, and it bothers me because he still has bald photos on his Instagram. I don't know why I feel this way about these things, y'all. But in 2026, I'm going to be opening my heart and my mind. I'm Anye Westside. That's ONYEWST. I got 2 shows coming up, one on the 8th, one on the 17th. What will I say there? I don't know. Pull up. All right, y'all. Let's get out of here. Yeah. The one on the 8th is at the 4th Wall. The one on the 17th is at LTE Studios. But that's my show. That's what I'm putting on. So links in the bio. Yeah, tap in.
Shemaya said, hair transplant, I'm dead. Hysterical. Yes, Anya. We love Anya. And let me tell you, before you get out of here, we got one for you. George Silvestri's here, and you're not going to see him because he's always gone. Let's give it up, Georgie boy. Let's do this. Yes. Everybody was so happy.
How you doing, everybody? My name is George Silvestri, and I'm a mailman by trade. People always ask me, if you're a mailman, you've probably seen almost everything in the world, delivering mail. I'm like, no, there's 4 things in this world I haven't seen. I've never seen a leprechaun. I've never seen a unicorn. I've never seen a black anorexic. And I've never seen a white girl named Ebony. There's a lot of things in this world I haven't seen. But speaking of leprechauns, on the way up here, I'm driving down Santa Monica Boulevard. And not that he was a leprechaun, but I seen an albino midget. So I stopped my car and I got out and I grabbed him. And I said, you might be worth some money. you just might be worth some money. I've never seen one of these before. So if anybody want to, he's in my trunk. And you give me $1, I'll let you poke him with a stick. So now a few things happened to me this year. Earlier this year, I had a little surgery. I had to get a blood transfusion. Come to find out, I got a blood transfusion from a white guy named Junior from West Virginia. And I don't know if this stuff is true, or you feel when you get different bloods in you, but for some reason, I'm mad when I see the price of mayonnaise go up. And they writing laws that you can't marry your sister. Something about this I don't feel right. And all of a sudden, I got an urge to move to Newport Beach to be with my people. Also, there's a few things I want to let y'all know, a little fun fact about myself. I am the 1992 Convalescent Home Arm Wrestling Champion. I am 26-0. Almost lost once to this heavyset woman until I stepped on her oxygen tank. You got to do what you got to do to win. You got to do what you got to do. Now, I'm 53 years old, single man in Los Angeles. And I'm looking for somebody to marry or be with, but it has to be the right fit. I want to meet like a quiet woman, like the best kind of quiet woman. I like to meet a woman that's quiet, and I think the best woman for me would be like a deaf woman who has arthritis in both her hands. Arthritis in both her hands. But I wanted to be like I wanted to fit. I wanted to be like peanut butter and jelly, blacks and soul food, Hispanics and salsa, UCLA and Asians. I wanted to match. Speaking of Asians, I saw on the news that an Asian guy in South Carolina killed his college professor. And I was thinking, how mad can you get over A-? Yeah. How mad can you get? So, everybody here has a real good mother. All our parents try to build us up. So my mother would always try to build up our self-esteem. She used to take my brothers and sisters and I to the orphanage and let us wrestle the malnutrition kids. Now, if that's not going to build up confidence, nothing will. So, but speaking of orphans, I actually did something new this year, and I adopted a kid. I went down there and adopted a kid. So I go down there, and I go down there and see their lineup. And the only thing they have left is a little Indian kid. And I'm like, well, he's dark, I'm dark, that's close enough. But I feel that I'm black, he's Indian, and it wouldn't be fair for me to keep him in my culture. I want to keep him in his own culture. So I put him in a whole lot of spelling bees. This kid couldn't win nothing. He couldn't win nothing. I took him back. I took him back, and I'm glad I kept the receipt. But the only thing they had left, they had a Mexican kid who couldn't speak Spanish. They had a black kid who couldn't run or jump. And they had a little white boy who didn't cuss out his parents. They all were broke. They all were broke. So I couldn't do nothing with them. So, you know, but times are hard. Times are hard. And we want to get better in this world. So I'm thinking about, I also did something too. I drove a bus for a little bit. Took a drink for the first time last year. Took a drink for the first time last year. Let me tell you guys about the drink I took. So I'm in Hermosa Beach, and I'm going down the street, and this guy, they had the little farmer's market. So the guy says, hey, come over here, everyone try these drinks out. He's selling wine. So I'm like, well, I don't drink. But he said, just try it, man, just try it. So he's telling me how the wine is made, where it comes from. And what pulled me in, he showed me the vines of the wine. And he said, these vines are over 500 years old. I said, all right, let me try that. So when I drank it, I knew he wasn't lying because I could taste the slavery in it. Every time I took a sip, a whip appeared across my back. But for some reason, I just couldn't stop. It felt so good. I couldn't stop. So I was like, okay, give me a bottle. Give me a bottle. Me and my girlfriend are like this. Yeah, give me a bottle. Also, was driving the bus. I was driving the bus. And you know, with the bus, they got all these homeless people on the bus. And homeless people aren't all that bad, but they can give you problems. Like when I get off the bus subject for a little bit, when I carry the mail over in West Hollywood, I see all these fat homeless people on my route. And I'm just like, I need to take one of you guys to a neighborhood where the trash has less calories. Because when you ask me for money, it doesn't feel right. I don't feel like you in need. I don't feel like you in need. Now, all the homeless people aren't bad, because I've actually bought a bike off a homeless guy. It was a bike that was minimum worth about $2,000. But he gave it to me for 2 bags of cans and a half-eaten sandwich. The problem was, when he brought the bike to me the next day, the tire was on flat. The back tire was on flat. So what I did was, I took another bite of that sandwich. Today's price is not yesterday's price. So, and I had this homeless lady on my route. She asked me one day, she's like, "Mel, man, will you marry me?" I was like, if you can collect enough cans to get my dream wedding, it's on. It's on. But back to the bus. So a lot of homeless people get on the bus. So this one homeless guy, he gets on the bus, and he gets on the bus and he has a parrot with him. So he wants me to let him off at a stop that isn't a bus stop. So I'm like, well, I can't do that. I'm not gonna let you off there. So he gets mad at me and he says, you know what? You drive like a girl. And that wasn't the bad part about it. It was a goddamn parrot kept on screaming in my ear, drive like a girl, drive like a girl. So I pulled to the side and I said, you know what? I hear parrots taste like chicken. And you can tell the parrot was mad because his feathers got all roughed up, and he wanted to call me a name. But I found out later that parrots can't pronounce the letter N. So we had to go on the rest of the day. All right, everybody, that's my time. My name is, you can find me on Instagram at Silvestri George, and my real name is George Silvestri.
Yeah. George, we love you. We miss you. Thank you, guys. I know you want to leave. You can go. Are you coming back for the acting class? Tuesday. Aaron McIntyre, who's coming to the stage right now, is going to be teaching that. Let's get up here, Aaron. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wasn't it Blake? Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Come back.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Happy New Year. Okay.
Okay.
Aaron McIntyre. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, the herd has thinned out. That's really nice. That's really good. Yeah. First of all, I have to take issue. Mark, what the fuck were you talking about when you said Ozempic, Aaron? What does that mean? I was confused.
I wasn't talking about you and Ozempic.
What was it?
You're not paying attention.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm doing other things, but go ahead. Tell me what it is. Oh, sorry, Lipitor. Okay, so what? I don't get it. I get it. No, I get that they're commercials for Lipitor. Oh, okay. So, you're projecting a disease on me. No. Oh, okay.
Commenting on your age.
Ah, yes, I am a senior citizen officially. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. No. I want to be reminded as many times as I can. Who the fuck is this? Oh, this is your phone? There you go, Mark. All right. Oh my God, so much talked about tonight. My God, I was thinking about drug. You know, you were talking about the little person. I'm no. I'm talking to him. Not you. You're not the white dwarf. I do think that it's important that we open things up to people, right? You were talking about. Somebody else was talking about. I think it was Brent. 1, 2, 3, 4, counting all the black people in here. You know, I do have to say we're evenly matched, maybe a little bit. Little light on the femininity in here, which I think is a little bit of a problem. I think we gotta get some more shorties. Which I never understood that term. Is it because they're shorter? Is that why we call them shorties? I guess. They're shorter than most men on average. Oh boy, there was so much I wanted to talk about tonight, just about politics, and I didn't think it would be very funny, and I don't give a fuck. It's not gonna be very funny. I'm just, what in the fuck is going on, right? What is going on in this country? People are going absolutely nuts. You know, we got this crazy guy. I mean, he's crazy. And I know that everybody out there, watching this, and probably all the people in here are going, yeah, he is. Because you're intelligent, or else you wouldn't be watching comedy in terms, as far as I'm concerned. But, people keep talking about Sleepy Joe. Sleepy Joe was definitely sleepy. He was definitely sleepy. He was fucking old, to be a president of the United States. He was just really fucking old. And he'd been doing it for years and years. And you can disagree with his politics and all of that kind of shit. There's lots of stuff that he did that I thought was like, dude. But I do have to say that there were many things that he did that he later said, yeah, I said that, and it was wrong, and I grew up, and I kind of figured things out and realized that probably wasn't the biggest idea. But so many things they're blaming on the last administration, and the thing that baffles me is how nobody talks about what he got. Right? We just come out of a pandemic. People could not work. The streets were empty. Jobs were lost. All the economy went to shit. And that's what he got. And it happened with Obama, too. When Obama came into office, about 1 to 2 months into his term, people started going, look at the economy. He's ruining our economy. You can't ruin the whole United States economy in 2 months. It takes a little while. Takes a little while to get things back, from where they were. So, when people talk about the economy being so terrible and inflation was up, no, actually, inflation was down at that point from where we were with the pandemic. So we had a problem. The other thing this is the thing that really pisses me off, is when people talk about the stock market. Highest stock market. Today was the highest stock market in U.S. history. So I figured, well, I'm going to look that up. And it turns out that during the Biden administration, the stock market was the highest it had ever been in history 70 times. 70 times over 4 years, it was at the highest point it had ever been in U.S. history since 1929. I don't know. After a pandemic and nobody fucking working and all of this shit, seems like that's a pretty good thing. So people don't look at all of the shit that we went through right before that was taken. And I'm not saying that fucking Biden was a great fucking president. I think it was not bad for what we had. Politicians are always just going to be fucked up people a lot of times. Because all they want is power. All they want to do is get up in front of people and have everybody go, oh, you're so fucking great. That there's very few that actually come in going, things are fucked up and I think I want to try to help. So, and I think they're on both sides. So, all right. I hear some grumbling in the back. That's okay. No, it's true. Politics are the great divider. Politics and religion. They always talk about don't go to a holiday get together and talk about
politics or religion. I get that. So now I'm going to talk about religion. I think that's another one. The white Christian nationalists who are all like, you're canceling me. We're being canceled. We're going to be crushed. It's like, don't worry. Don't worry. You're going to be okay. Yeah, and we can say all of the things to you that you've said to everyone else on the planet. And you just got to suck it up. Suck it up. And if you're a white person, if you're a white male who is able-bodied and you cannot get a job, you're fucking stupid. I'm just going to say it. If you can't get a job, you're stupid. Or you're really picky. Right? I'm not going to do that job. That's below my station. That is below my station. I can't pick grapes. You were talking about the wine, right? Picking the grapes. Hey, man, if I needed money, I'll work basically anywhere to get some money, to get some food. Lots of bureaucracy in the world, right? Lots of bureaucracy and But I think that so many people don't take into account all the shit they get until they don't have it, right? So once you start taking away all of these social services and things like that, there's going to be a lot of those people who are going to go, oh, shit, I didn't realize that was helping me. There's too much, in my opinion, complaints about the homeless, and yet you're going to take away all the resources. What are you going to do? And did you hear this guy on Fox News who actually said, maybe euthanization, maybe we just inject them. I mean, this guy literally was a Fox host and said, we're dealing with this homeless problem. What are we going to do? And all these people are saying, well, you got mental health. And he goes, yeah, or, lethal injection. That could be, it's like, you're going to go out and kill all of the homeless people? That's your solution. That's great. Like I said, not funny, but just a lovely little pastiche that we're living through. Things just... The other thing is, people don't take into account, I have no idea how much time I'm up here because there's nobody back there. I'm looking right there. Okay, good. You got me? Okay, cool. So, shit, what did I just say? You were about ready to get euthanized. Oh, yeah, I was about to get ready to be euthanized. Yeah. I'm down. I got to tell it. No, I am. I'm down. No, because you got to understand, I'm mentally ill. I'm certified. I have my certificate, bipolar. So I know what it's like to go 6 months and literally every single morning do nothing but think about different ways that you could kill yourself without anyone knowing that's what you did. I swear to God. And it just happens to you. And then you start to come out of it. And then for another 6 months, you're thinking about how we're all one, and oh my God, how could I ever have been depressed? I mean, look at this world. You and I, we're brothers, man. We're made of the same stardust, How many people did it take to make that chair? It's insane. But because of that, I kind of get it. I kind of get what that feels like. I'm not afraid of dying at all. I'm definitely afraid of pain. So I don't want to go painfully. Although for about 3 or 4 months, I did kind of toy with the idea of getting cancer, thinking, maybe that'd be a good way, but that'd be long. I'm looking more like if I'm on an airliner that's going down, I'm going to be in the aisle, just going, yoo-hoo! Just riding it down, because I don't like pain. I watch a Die Hard movie. I break like 3 ribs, just watching it, because I'm very empathetic. And thank you. George, you were also talking about, the homeless people, right? I have always wanted to be black because of, there's a lot of reasons. They're just way cooler than white people. Way cooler. Way cooler. You can wear anything. Wear any kind of clothes and you look good in it, White people don't. You look at Eminem walking around with those pants halfway down his butt. It's just not a good look. But because of that, I've made some decisions. I don't give money to white homeless people. I just keep that out of the thing. And also don't give any money to those street performers, people who are out in the street doing stuff like that, because they don't need money. They need an agent. And the people with the dogs or cats, the homeless people who have dogs or cats on the street, they don't need money because they've got food right at the end of the leash. Right? That's right there. But I will definitely date a homeless woman because no matter where you drop her off, she's home. So you don't have to drive all the way across town or, anything like that. Well, that was my set, and it has been a blast. I really appreciate all those who actually stuck around, and I hope the people who left are kicking themselves for what they missed, because they missed a lot. They missed a lot right here. And I do have an acting class, yes, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., right here at the LA School of Comedy. We got some great merch, too, if you want to buy a really cool T-shirt. And 7 p.m., just show up. We work on current scripts from current sitcoms and comedy movies, which I don't know if anybody has seen Mountainhead, but you got to watch it because it's pretty funny. So we work on scripts from those things, and it's all done in class, so you don't have to worry about getting together with scene partners outside of class or anything like that. And we have a lot of fun. So now I'm going to bring up Sunda Kruenquist Queen. Put your hands together for Sunda.
We better not check our DNA. We could be related, and that would be very scary.
Yeah.
All right, where the hell do you think you're going, Lee?
I just gotta go. I'm sorry.
She's got to go. When you got to go, you got to go. Thank you all. Please follow us on all platforms. LA School of Comedy. There's only one. Thank you. Good night. Woo! George, did I take a class with Aaron? He does acting for comics.